American Pickers Frank Fritz snubbed by ex-co-star Danielle Colby after stroke despite reconciling with Mike Wolfe. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. American Pickers star Frank Fritz has been snubbed by his former co-star Danielle Colby after he suffered a debilitating stroke. Frank, 59, suffered a stroke in July 2022 after he was officially let go from American Pickers a year prior. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal Frank's former longtime co-star Danielle, 47, has not kept in touch with him despite his medical issues. A source close to Frank told the U.S. Sun, "We don't hear much from her. Danielle, I don't think she does much filming anymore. She bought a house down in Puerto Rico." Frank and Danielle have had a rocky relationship in recent years, despite being friendly on the show. When Mike announced Frank would no longer be on American Pickers in July 2021, he wished him well on the next part of his journey. American Pickers. Meanwhile, Danielle has posted on social media shading her co-star. After praising Mike for how he handled the last 12 years, Danielle wrote on Instagram, "I'm truly saddened by the loss of Frank on the show. I'm incredibly sad for his struggles. I have personally watched everything over the last decade. I have many thoughts but won't speak them as they are only my thoughts, not gospel. I wish things could have been different, but we must be accountable for our actions when we cause instability or pain and suffering to others." Ms. Rachel reveals she secretly welcomed a baby girl and announces sweet name. She added, "Frank caused so much pain for himself that it has been hard to watch. I truly hope Frank receives all the help he needs to become well after years of being unwell. It is not my place to speak ill of someone who needs help, so I will keep my comments uplifting. I'm sending love to everyone." She even seemingly shaded Frank during an October 2021 interview with the Sailor Jerry podcast. After sharing insight into the History Channel show, Danielle said that the entertainment industry has left many of her peers with big egos. Danielle said, "In the entertainment industry, that ego gets so real so fast. There have been times where I have to put myself in check or my daughter. I'll read something and she'll be like, 'Why don't you read that again without the tone?'" While Danielle didn't directly name Frank, fans believed she was referring to him. Variety and Frank were on the outs for years before they reunited over Memorial Day weekend amid their feud, as the U.S. Sun previously revealed the status of their relationship today. A source close to Frank previously told the U.S. Sun, "Everything between them is fine. They've known each other for 40 years. They went to high school. They've done all this stuff together. They're very good friends, great friends." The insider said Mike has visited Frank a handful of times since he suffered the stroke, as the two call and text today as well. Frank is even closer to Mike's brother Robbie, the source claimed, despite him replacing the fan favorite on the show. The U.S. Sun previously reported he has been in talks to return to the show 1 year after suffering a stroke in July 2022. A source close to Frank told the U.S. Sun, "I don't know why he wouldn't return to the show. He could go back to the show, maybe. He watches the new episodes. He'll laugh about it. Got to find something on there to razz them about. He'll tell them about it." The insider said when it came down to Frank being fired from the show, it wasn't that big of a deal. The insider claimed, "He came home after filming and said, 'I think I'm going to be done for a while.' I think he had burnout. His back surgery was major. Whatever decision came down, it came down. Frank had a stroke, now he has to do what he has to do. And Mike and Robbie and the show do what they have to do." The insider alleged, "People on the show, the crew, Mike and Robbie, there is no bad blood. The crew comes to see him. They keep in touch. They come to see him when they're in town. They all get together. It's a good time. They're just buddies, and the conversation is what it always was. Those guys are crazy about picking and finding stuff, so that's the conversation." But though Frank returning to the show is a possibility, the insider admitted, "I don't know that he wants to." Frank's firing. The last time Frank appeared on American Pickers was during a March 2020 episode. He left the show to recover from back surgery, leaving him with 185 stitches and 2 rods in his spine. During his break from the show, Frank lost 65 pounds and entered rehab for alcohol addiction in Iowa for 77 days. Frank revealed his feud with co-star Mike during the 2021 interview with the U.S. Sun. The picker said, "I haven't talked to Mike in 2 years. He knew my back was messed up, but he didn't call me up and ask how I was doing." The show is tilted towards him 1,000%. "I can't even bend that far down to show you how much." That's fine. It's like you've got Aerosmith and there's Steven Tyler and he's the frontman. I found my spot. I'm second and he's number one on the show. That's no problem with me. Maybe he does have a problem. I don't know why he's behaving like that towards me. Frank has remained under conservatorship and guardianship since suffering the stroke, though he continues to improve daily. Frank Fritz, a familiar face on the popular television show American Pickers, has found himself at the center of a whirlwind of emotions and relationships in the wake of a serious medical condition. After suffering a stroke, Frank has faced not only the physical challenges of recovery, but also the emotional toll of strained relationships with his former co-stars. While he has seemingly reconciled with Mike Wolfe, another key figure from the show, Frank's relationship with Danielle Colby, a former colleague, has remained notably distant, leaving many fans and followers questioning the nature of their bond and why it has remained so strained, especially in light of the recent events that have unfolded. Frank and Mike, both integral to the success of American Pickers, had a dynamic that was beloved by viewers. Their camaraderie and shared passion for antiques and history made their adventures across the United States entertaining and heartwarming. However, behind the scenes, their relationship had its ups and downs, culminating in Frank's departure from the show. Mike Wolfe has been vocal about the difficulties of their falling out, but it seems the two have managed to repair their bond, especially following Frank's health scare. Mike recently expressed his relief that Frank was recovering and hinted that their friendship had been mended, providing hope to fans who had missed seeing the two together. In stark contrast to the reconciliation between Frank and Mike, his relationship with Danielle Colby has taken a different turn. Despite the public perception of American Pickers as a tight-knit group of individuals who share a deep connection, it seems that Danielle and Frank have not been able to rekindle the closeness they once shared. The two had worked together closely for years, with Danielle often serving as the show's backbone, managing the business side while Frank and Mike focused on their treasure hunts. However, reports and social media activity suggest that Danielle has distanced herself from Frank during his recovery, despite previous indications that they had a good working relationship and friendship. This snubbing has raised eyebrows, particularly among fans who are familiar with the interactions between the stars of American Pickers. While Danielle has been supportive of Mike in the past, her silence in Frank's time of need is puzzling to many. Some speculate that there might be underlying personal issues between Danielle and Frank that have not been fully aired in public, while others believe that Danielle may simply be maintaining boundaries in light of Frank's departure from the show and the subsequent tension that followed. Frank's stroke has not only affected his health, but has also served as a stark reminder of the complex dynamics that exist behind the scenes of reality television. While the public is often only privy to the on-screen relationships, the real-life connections can be far more complicated. The rift between Frank and Danielle raises important questions about loyalty, friendship, and the ways in which people navigate challenges when the cameras are no longer rolling. Despite these personal challenges, Frank has continued to focus on his recovery. He has expressed gratitude for the support he has received from his fans and from Mike, who has publicly acknowledged the importance of Frank's role in the show's success. It's clear that despite the professional and personal hurdles Frank has faced, his resilience remains strong. As for Danielle, her silence speaks volumes. Whether this is due to personal reasons, professional boundaries, or something deeper remains unclear. What is evident is that Frank's journey, both in terms of his health and his relationships, is far from over. For now, fans of American Pickers can only hope that time will heal the wounds between the former stars and that the future holds the possibility of reconciliation, not just for Frank's health, but also for the relationships that were once an integral part of his life and career. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.